this weekend.
Huge crash. Huge. They had a fire-burning crash.
I don't know if that's the first thing you're supposed to think of when I mentioned Daytona 500.
You're right, my bad.
Austin Dillon won, and he did it in the number 3 car, and that is famous because that is the car that Dale Earnhardt drove. He drove the number 3 car, and it is also the 20-year anniversary since Earnhardt won his only Daytona 500. Yeah. And here's Austin Dillon after the win.
And this place is awesome. I don't know what it is about storylines in Daytona. This place just creates history, and proud to be a part of it and make some history here tonight. And he said, if you win tomorrow night, you need to slide through the grass like that. All right. So I remembered it halfway down the backstretch and slid through the grass, had fun, and it's pretty awesome.
I have a question, Christine.
Don't ask me a question that I'm not going to know the answer to. Are you going to put me on the spot?
I don't think I know the answer to it.
Okay.
John, you know NASCAR really well.
Yes.
Do you know? Do you retire numbers in NASCAR?
No. The teams own the rights to a number, so you generally wouldn't. Nobody drove the 3 for a long time.
Okay.
He kind of got the exemption. He is the guy who owns it, Richard Childress, who owns that team. He is his grandson. So it was finally like, okay, we'll let you race this because you're family. But no, they don't. They, as far as I know, they've never retired a number fully because they're owned by people.
Well, the only 2 numbers I think of in my mind in NASCAR are 3. And Richard Petty was 44?
43.
Okay, so I butchered that one.
He owns that car, which someone else drives now.
Okay. I wasn't going to put you on the spot because I didn't know the answer
Okay,
to that.
So Goulet also told me a fun fact.
Okay.
Do you know what Austin Dillon did after he won yesterday? How he celebrated?
How?
You could relate, maybe. I think. But he got a tattoo last night, right after the win, on his rear end.
Well, I don't have one of those.
Well, no, but you've got. Not that I would
You don't
know
celebrate a great show by getting a tattoo?
Yeah, no, but you have a tattoo on your leg.
Because I lost a bet.
Right. He won something and got a tattoo.
Good for him.
I would imagine that would hurt in that location.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never had a tattoo, so I'm not sure. The pace car in the Daytona 500 was driven by Peyton Manning, of all people. And I think he was pretty scared. We have video of it, and here it is.
Hey, Peyton, it's CW. How's it going out there, buddy? You got a death grip on that steering wheel, man.
Well, I tell you, I've never, I've been upright, I've been on my back, I've never been sideways before. So this is a little different, Daryl.
Tell Buster to keep his hands off the steering wheel. You can handle this.
He looks like he's in a driver's ed class, and he's terrified.
Well, he's going like 160. He's going 160 miles an hour.
Colin, you've been there. You've been there before. The grade, like that is so steep. It's almost like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
you
it's
have
incredible.
to drive like 75, otherwise your car will slide down.
Yeah, the corners in Daytona are literally vertical.
That's terrifying.
No, it's kind of. But I mean, they're slanted. I've been to 2 Daytona 500s. I used to work in Tampa. It's the most remarkable thing about Daytona was the track.
I drove one of those cars. What is it called? The funny car? Yeah, that was terrifying. First of all, I don't know how to drive stick, and I was trying to drive stick.
Yeah.
And I went about 40 miles an hour at most, and it was really scary. And the All-Star Game was this weekend.
Yeah.
I actually went to the Saturday part. I did not go yesterday. But before the All-Star Game, Paul George was asked about his future because obviously he's playing in LA, so people were wondering, are you going to be a Laker? What's going to happen? And then also Russell Westbrook heard some fans in the in Staples Center cheering, "We want Paul." So he added his 2 cents, and here's both of them together.
It's a long ways until the end of the season. There's no awkwardness. I'm a Thunder, and that's all there is to it. I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I know what team I'm representing, and I know what our main goal is.
Staying encouraging our that's out. Boy ain't going nowhere. It's over for that. See how quickly they silence?
I love that. Also, what does it mean to be a Thunder? He said, "I'm a Thunder." I've never heard that used before. But I wanted to point out, so at the three-point contest and the dunk contest on Saturday, I was sitting behind Russell Westbrook, and he was sitting next to James Harden, and those two look like they're still very good friends. So clearly Westbrook is a good teammate, maintains relationships with certain guys that leave.
No, I think
that Paul George likes
I
him a
think
lot.
players, you can be a friend, but not. You pointed this out 2 years ago. you can like Westbrook, not like being on the floor with it. Durant still likes him.
I think Paul George likes being on the floor with him, too. I really
A lot
do.
of guys like Melo. They still want to be on the floor with Carmelo.
Wait, can I tell you yet who I saw, or do you want to save that for a little bit?
No, go ahead. Say who you saw this weekend.
Okay.
You go to famous places, so go ahead.
Well, so I saw Russell Westbrook, obviously, there. And then I was at dinner on Saturday. Was it Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night, right after the All-Star stuff. And I look behind me, and I see Tom Hanks.
Oh, my God.
Right, which I immediately thought of you and how excited you would be to see Tom Hanks.
I couldn't contain myself.
By the way, I could hear him talking and having a full-on conversation. I was convinced that Woody from Toy Story was sitting right behind me. It was so funny. And then I turned around, and I saw Johnny Manziel. So it was like your favorite person and your least favorite person. And I was just in between them.
You know what? I'm not...
And then I saw Karl Anthony Towns, too, in the same place.
I'm not rooting against Johnny Manziel. I can't say I'm rooting completely for him, but I'm not rooting for failure. So if he turns his act around, I'd be happy for him. So
he looked to be quite together when I saw him.
Christine with the news.
Well.